data scientist by training, but what I specialize in is solving unique business challenges through the power of data innovation. I loved math as a small child. In my mind, I think mathematics is a combination of problem solving and logic to understand the world. My mother used to always say that mathematics is the language of the universe. The love of mathematics was definitely fostered by my mother, but analytics specifically, there was a turning moment when I had a co-op opportunity where a manager told me that through data, his hunches could actually be proved or disproved. He told me that that was going to completely change his industry. So most people don't realize that mining is probably the oldest data discipline. Today we have moved way past the paper maps, and now we collect data like electromagnetic fields, we use satellites, we use drones and helicopters, so that's all considered data that we work with. This data can be used anywhere. And so what we do at Goldspot is we take all of that exploration data and we try to understand how minerals are formed in the earth. And then we work with clients and we provide them maps of whatever it is that they're looking for. I really love the fact that I'm working in an industry that is just at the beginning of embracing the innovations that are happening in data. I think there is a long way to go, but I think that in order for mining to be more competitive and to be more innovative, it starts with diversity and inclusion. One of the biggest complaints that I hear from businesses is actually their inability to innovate effectively. I 100% think that a lack of innovation comes from a lack of diversity within the company. It's more than just how you look or your gender. It is more so about your ways of thinking, your experience, your education. All of that comes together in a workplace to create true diversity. Earlier this year, I had this opportunity to do a roundtable session with Minister Ng to talk about the diversity challenge in mining right now. There is a serious lack of role models in the industry. It will hopefully only get better with time, but women really do want to see people like them in management positions and showing that they can have a successful career in this industry. Without those role models, it's hard for someone to imagine themselves there. One of the stories that I think is an amazing story that I heard this year was a group that was struggling to attract female candidates into their training program. And one of the solutions that they came up with was providing childcare services so that more women could be included on weekend training sessions. I think that's an incredible example of being very creative and very innovative when it comes to attracting and improving their STEM numbers. Employers today say that their biggest challenge is finding people who can problem solve effectively and think outside the box. And yet, I am seeing that you can actually start to foster a love of that and education at very, very young ages by encouraging children to solve puzzles, to think critically about the world around them. And that's actually the core and the foundation of mathematics. I actually think that there is a fundamental challenge with society when it comes to encouraging girls at younger ages to pursue STEM. We need to be fostering more of a love of curiosity and science and technology at those ages in order for them to want to pursue STEM later down the line, which eventually leads to us in the workplace. The biggest piece of advice I would give for anyone looking to break it into data is never stop learning something. Always be open to new ideas. Start with something that you're passionate with and try to really understand how you can solve that challenge or how you can contribute with the power of data and analytics. I think data is fantastic, but it is only a means to an end. And without having a clear purpose or a clear problem to solve in the end, it can be very challenging to prove to an organization that you are able to tackle that without truly understanding why you want to do it. I really enjoy talking to students because so many of them have refreshing, interesting perspectives of what they want to do. They keep me grounded. It gives me a pulse on where the industry is going to go in the future. It helps me understand what the talent looks like now and what it will look like going forward. And it also helps keep me relevant in the industry as well. I believe that the legacy that I would like to leave behind is one of mentoring and coaching and really teaching and reaching out to the next generation of future leaders.